Hello everyone, welcome to our QFAA interview series. I'm your host Tornado. You may have seen me in the previous video when Chio and I did an interview with Professor Veronik. But today, our usual interviewer Chiho is not here today, so I'll be the only one to host this thing. Today we're very happy and honored to have Miss Sunny Lee as a guest over here. Sunny graduated in 2022 and she's a pretty recent graduate that we have started in our series. She has a pretty quant background and is currently working at Jane Street as an ETF market maker.
That's right.
This is actually a very interesting part because we can see that right now programming and AI, they are taking over the world and they're booming so fast recently. And quant has become a very attractive field for people to build their careers after graduating from university. And Sunny over here is also the first quant person we have ever interviewed in our QFAA series. So we have a lot of questions for her. Thanks for coming, Sunny.
Yeah, thanks you, Thank
you so much.
My honor to be here.
As always, yeah. So right now, before we jump into the many questions that we have for you,
Sure.
So why don't you give yourself a brief introduction about yourself to the
Yeah, no
audience?
problem. So, hi everyone, my name is Sunny Lee. I joined HKUST QFIN at 2017. I took a gap year during my college life, and then I graduated in 2022. So I've joined Jane Street as a ETF trader since basically right after I graduated. So till now, I've been working at the firm for slightly over 3 years.
Slightly over 3 years.
Yeah.
So how does it feel for the vibe of working over there at Jane Street?
The vibe of working at Jane Street?
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, is really good. So for those who have heard about Jane Street, it's kind of known to be a firm which has pretty good corporate culture, and I do endorse that. I think that's very true. I mean, mostly because we have a pretty collaborative culture. People are pretty open-minded, willing to kind of communicate to each other a lot. So I think the overall vibe is really good at our firm.
Okay, so it seems like you really like it. You
Yeah.
really like the job over
I do
there.
enjoy my job.
Yeah, because last time when I heard about Jane Street, they seem to have trying to rent a particular place in Central. There's this whole entire floor with Jane Street that they have rented, but that building hasn't been built yet. It's somewhere in Central.
I also saw the news. So yeah.
Yeah, they said it's a very large rental and those kind of things. So yeah, and from what I heard is that Jane Street also pretty much focus a lot into quantitative trading and quantitative investing.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So is it the reason why you entered Jane Street or?
Yeah. So the reason why I chose Jane Street is okay. So it's kind of a little complicated. I might need to go back to describe what I did in my college life.
Sure.
So yeah, of course, as every other QFIN students, we try to find a summer internship basically every summer, and because I took a gap year in 2020, so I kind of had one extra internship opportunity. Mm-hmm. So yeah, at the end of my gap year, I applied to Jane Street's summer internship and luckily got selected. And then I worked there as an intern for about 2.5 months. And luckily I did pretty well and they also liked me. So yeah, I just received a return offer from them. So it just become pretty natural for me to join straight into Jane Street right after I graduate.
Okay, I see. So is it year 2 or year 3 internship? Is it?
It's technically a year 2, but it's
internship.
So I finished my year 2, I did an internship at another firm, and then took a gap year, and then interned again.
Oh, at Jane Street.
At Jane Street.
Okay. So technically still year 2.
Technically still year 2.
Ah, okay. So what have you done during the gap year?
Oh, so I did a bunch of stuff. I basically went back to Taiwan. I'm from Taiwan, by the way. Yeah.
Interesting. Back to Taiwan, and then after the Taiwan, is it a trip or is it a military service or those kind of thing? I guess.
We can talk about that later.
Okay, sure. So yeah, about that kind of stuff. So after you finished the Jane Street internship and then you received the return offer right away, right? Or okay. So could you tell me a little bit about the interview process? Because last time, from what I heard, is that Jane Street has some pretty interesting way to interview their students.
Yeah, that's also pretty widely known that we have a pretty cool interview process.
Tell us about it.
Yeah, I can briefly describe. So it's pretty similar. Like the first stages is pretty similar to like any other quant firms. We have like online phone/Zoom interviews. So there will be like on average like 3 to 4 rounds, and then like I guess one special thing about Jane Street is like we rarely ask behavioral questions. Okay. So most of the questions are like technical math, maybe programming. Yeah,
math
so like
and programming,
brain teasers, those kind of stuff.
Okay, so do you need like very hard coded stuff, or do you need to have like really sophisticated in Python or those kind of things in order to get in?
Yeah, I would say less in programming, and like I don't think anything is that super hardcore. You have to know like like all the programming language, like not that kind of like hardcore, but I guess we focus on math a little more. But it's not that those like super complicated math, but like can you apply like what you learn, the probability courses, and kind of maybe some game theory thing into like do you have the good ability to like put those tools and knowledge into like real world application?
Okay, the things that we've learned at university.
Try
to see if we can apply. Okay, so what are some of the interview questions that you still remember them?
Yeah, they're like okay. So obviously, I cannot share the like exact question. Like I'm also right now an interviewer, so I do know. I do know the questions.
I see.
Yeah, sorry, but I cannot really share the exact questions.
No problem. But those kind of things exist. Like you guys would want to make sure that students, they would want to apply some of their knowledge they've learned at university and then try to apply them either on the math way or maybe a little bit on the programming side to see if they can be suited during the interview. And then,
I would say maybe like during the QFIN curriculum. So like we take like probability courses, right? Some programming courses and like maybe some more advanced elective courses. Those are the fundamentals.
I see.
And like, some of these interview questions are like based on these fundamental tools and then, like start to like expand like further.
Okay, I see. So well, that is actually a very interesting way. How many times have you interviewed over like the whole interview process?
Oh yeah, so okay, I haven't talked about the really interesting part.
Oh, okay, tell us about this one.
Yeah, so there are like 3 to 4 rounds of like phone interview, and after that, we will like invite people to come to our office to do an on-site day. Okay. So it's kind of like a super day. That's basically like a 1-day on-site interview, which consists of like 3 to 4 like small sections, and we will have like different traders. We design like different kind of trading games and like just play with the interviewee. Okay. Yeah. So I guess the fun thing is like at the start of the day, you will receive some chips, some poker chips, and then like during like all the stages, there are a lot of like games and betting you can do, and like of course there's some randomness. Okay. So like it's kind of like a test of like if you can do good like plus expected value bets, if you can do good trades. So like try to like earn as much chips as possible. Interesting. Yeah, and of course like you don't want to go broke or else you are in a pretty bad shape. I will say.
I see. Yeah. I think I've played similar games before, not as Jane Street, but it's similar. They give you some kinds of portfolio money, and then they will allow you to invest into, let's say, if there are 5 stocks available in the market, and then you can put in some chips during every single day. And then after, let's say, 30 game days, and then they will start to calculate how much you have earned and those kind of things. Yeah. Eventually, the stock prices are just random walk in the short term, right? Yeah. Yeah, so they want to try to see how good or quantitative you are, or how well you would fare if you are a trader, something like that. Yeah, I guess the structure is pretty similar. You start with like a stack, and then like there's a bunch of like
trading opportunities you can do. Of course, like a lot of things are based on some random outcomes. So like
Yep.
you can be really unlucky and like lose a lot of your chips, but that's totally okay. Like the main evaluation is like if you are taking on good bets or not. You
I
can still
see.
be pretty unlucky. I remember I was pretty unlucky during my during my own interview.
But you got
That
in.
was fine.
That is the lucky part, right? You got in. That's the lucky part. Okay, so I guess this is the part about the Jane Street interviews. Maybe you can talk a little bit about what you usually do at your jobs, like your daily routine, and what exactly the customers that you face and those kind of things. I guess.
Yeah, so diving into my daily work a little more, I would say, okay, so of course my job title is a trader, and in Jane Street we don't kind of like we don't distinguish our like job title by very much.
Okay.
So like maybe like half of the people at Jane Street are titled trader basically. So yeah.
It's pretty flat if that's the case.
Yeah, we also have a really flat structure. So like my manager is also a title trader. My manager's manager is also a title trader. But like obviously they are more experienced than me, a lot more.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'll describe trader's job. I can basically split it into like 3 different parts. Yeah, so first of all is doing research. So yeah, I know like some quant firms like to distinguish roles between like quant trader and quant researcher, but I guess Jane Street is a little different. We kind of like blended these two roles into like just call everyone trader.
Okay.
Yeah. So research for the research part is of course like coming up with new trading strategies, and then like just coming up with ideas and try to like test it on historical data and see if the like strategy makes money or if it looks convincing or whatever. Yeah.
Okay. So do the researchers, they also set limit orders and just trade in the market as well?
So like we don't really have a researcher role
Yeah, okay.
in Jane Street. So
Because you said they kind of like blended those researching and trading roles together.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
so,
I would say like one of the things trader does is like doing research, conducting research.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So the second thing is like after you did a trading research, you found a pretty promising strategy. It looks pretty good at historical data.
Okay.
You want to implement it.
Yep.
So the second step I would say is implementation, which is like, a lot of let's say most of our trading strategies at Jane Street is like very highly automated, because like there's so many stocks, so many ETFs, like millions of financial products in the world,
Yep.
and like of course we cannot look at them one by one. So we have like algorithms. You can imagine it as trading bots. Like we try to encode like the general logic into those trading bots, and then the bots will kind of like do the automatic trading for us.
Okay.
Yeah. So the implementation part is more like after you come up with a plausible trading strategy, you should try to like code it out or like translate that logic into a language that our trading system can understand, so that it can kind of like do the trades as we planned.
Oh, so
Yeah.
basically you guys would try to make the strategy first and try to do some back testing based on the historical data, and then to see how to implement those kind of strategies into the market. Do you have a kind of like mock portfolios before you go into the market and so on?
I also would do some like mock trading activities during intern.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But then at this, for you who has worked for like 2 years, and it's already real money, how large is your size that you can manage?
Oh, we don't really have a separate book like per person.
Okay.
Like yeah. And to say again, like Jane Street, like we have a really really collaborative culture. So we don't calculate like individual profit and loss.
Okay.
I would say a lot of strategies can be like collaborated by like a team or even across teams. Like for example, there could be a strategy which is like my idea, as like researched by my colleague, implemented by like someone else, and then like monitored by someone else
person,
again.
okay.
Yeah, so like if the strategy made money or lose money, like it's hard to say like who contributes toward who contributed how much.
Yeah,
So yeah.
Understandable, because those kind of cases, like the whole team has to suffer.
Yeah,
For those
something
kind of
like
things.
that.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, that's actually pretty
So
interesting.
research, implementation, and the last part is of course like just monitoring live trading. So like we have so many algorithms, trading bots running at the same time. We still like, although these are kind of like automated, we still need some trader to be like watching them, making sure they are kind of like running as expected.
Yep.
Hopefully making money.
Okay.
And like if it's not making money, if it's losing money, try to figure out why. If there's something weird going on in the market, is there some like in that case, do we want to make some live adjustments? Or like if something is looking wrong, we maybe will go back to the research stage and see like if there's something we can improve, for example.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
So, do you treat your like current role as a kind of more quantitative or programming sided role instead of a finance role? That's the case, because you're always looking at the computer and trying to maybe do a little bit of fixing about the strategies, about the codes.
Yeah,
and
I'm
so
always
on.
looking at the computer. This part is definitely true.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it depends on what you mean by finance role.
Okay.
So, yeah, I guess talking a little about our strategy. Like a good trading strategy could be like, you know, very technical, very purely data mined, and like nothing really to do with like, you know, it's just like purely out of the data.
Yep.
Like, you know, just like data mining, machine learning, those kind of like advanced data techniques, try to like dig out a strategy. But we also have other strategies which are a lot prior based. It's like more based on our understanding, fundamental understanding about the how the financial market works.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so especially like our team, the ETF team, is especially good at finding these kind of like, you know, financial knowledge driven trades. So yeah, we will like at least our team also spend a lot of time like thinking about, you know, news, thinking about, you know, how different financial products works and like how can we make money from those things.
Yeah, I see. So different strategies for maybe the technical side, and maybe some strategies on the financial news related things, I guess.
Yeah, it's a blend
I
of
see.
the two.
Okay. Back to your current role. So what are your target like customers or users, or do you just trade with the money that Jane Street gives to you?
Yeah, so we don't have a like direct customer or user which we like interact with.
Yep.
Because like Exchange Street is okay. We call ourselves a like proprietary trading firm.
Okay.
Like we don't manage customers' money, so like we have our own money. Like we have our own capital.
Just the
and-
Jane Street money.
Yeah, just like Jane Street's money, and then like we try to take on like all kind of investing or trading opportunities, and like, you know, try to make our capital grow
Yep.
so that everyone gets richer, I guess. Yeah, it's like it's like the structure is really simple.
Okay.
Yeah, so we don't really have a like, you know, target customer.
Target customer.
Of course, but like
The customer is yourself, basically.
you can say it that way. But we
okay,
also trade with like, you know, big banks sometimes. Like for example, because we are a market maker, like we are good at pricing stuff. Like for example, my team's ETF team, right?
Yep.
So like we're pretty good at pricing ETFs. Like sometimes maybe an asset manager or like insurance company, they want to buy or sell like some big amount of ETFs. They'll come to Jane Street and ask us, hey, can you quote us a price?
Oh, okay.
And
I
yeah,
see.
so like you can also call them like our customers or more like trading partners. We try to provide liquidity to them whenever they need.
Okay.
Yeah.
Understood. So I see. So basically, the things that you're currently doing now is more on the computer side. Do you have like specific sectors or specific geographies currently you or your team are looking at right now?
Yeah. So my team, ETF team, so we're based in Hong Kong, right? So we basically watch all the Asian markets.
Okay.
So from the earliest market from Korea, Japan, until, you know, the latest market like Singapore, Malaysia, India. So also like, you know, Australia, Taiwan, China mainland, Hong Kong. Yeah, we basically watch all the Asian markets. And me personally, because like we also have some like, you know, specializations on, you know. So like me personally, I am specialized in Taiwan listed ETF trading, which is kind of a coincidence. Like I'm personally from Taiwan, and like, you know, I was assigned to kind of like learn how to trade Taiwan ETFs.
Okay, interesting.
So yeah, so I've been the kind of like the leader of the Taiwan ETF trading team
Okay.
for about 1.5 years.
1.5 year, okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty specialized in.
How large is your team?
You mean like trading Taiwan,
Taiwan
Taiwan
team.
ETF
Yeah,
trading
yeah,
team? So we have about 3 to 4 people on rotation. Yeah.
Okay. I see. So she's already running a very good team right now
Well,
in Taiwan.
Well, okay, maybe leader is a little kind of like it's a little
Overstretched?
yeah, it's
No.
a little bit of an overstatement. But yeah, I do spend a lot of my time like watching the Taiwan ETF market and thinking about long term what long term improvements can we make to like improve our trading over time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's good. But now that we understand that you are kind of leading a team, so maybe I can ask you a bit more questions about that part. Because what kind of difficulties or maybe challenges that you face when you have to lead a particular team? Because when you are working by yourself or just reporting to your manager, it's relatively easier because you only have to care about yourself and get your own job done. But when you start to lead teams, okay, and have to care about the colleagues that are under you, what kinds of things that would make you feel more concerned, or where do you find the challenges are?
Yeah. Okay. I think this is a little hard question for me to answer because I don't really feel like I'm leading a team. But it's like before I joined, there's other like more senior people who watch Taiwan ETFs as well. But I guess I as a new hire joined the rotation and like learned some stuff from them, and then they kind of they gradually pass their work to me, and then they focus on something else. So there's a little bit of a short period of time, which is like only me watching, thinking about this trading basically on my own.
I see.
And I guess there are new hires or transfers from other offices who joined the rotation, so that someone can also help me to think about this trading and also more people, more brains, thinking about trading. If it's only me thinking about this trading, there must be something that I'm missing.
Yeah.
Having I think the process of teaching some new people, getting other people up to speed is a really good process. So to both verify my own understanding and also kind of just checking, listen to new possible opinions is always valuable.
Oh, okay. So
yeah.
It seems that you're running a very good team if that's the case. That you don't need too much hands-on stuff, I guess, and everything seems to run very smoothly on your side.
Well, I guess of course, the dream of every trader's job is to have our work fully automated.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so of course, the best thing is everything is automated. We don't have to do stuff.
Yeah,
but,
just have to watch, or maybe not even watch, I guess.
Yeah, that would be the best.
Perfect.
Yeah, but I'll say the value of a trader is to make more kind of a higher level adjustments, and yeah, just think about more higher level stuff.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
I see. So, what kind of programming languages do you guys use to facilitate the trading at your firm?
Yeah. So, if people know a little bit about Jane Street, it's pretty well known that Jane Street uses a functional programming language called OCaml.
OCaml. Okay.
Yeah, it's OCaml. It's a pretty unpopular language, and Jane Street is one of the biggest users in the world. However, I've learned OCaml when I was a new hire, but I don't really use it from day to day.
Okay, that's normal, I guess.
I guess it's more on the technical side, and a lot of our kind of lower level systems are written in OCaml. But for example, if I'm personally doing some trading research in a firm, I guess Python is still the easiest to use.
What do you plan to currently do in the let's say 3 to 5 years?
Yeah, it's a very good question. I also ask this question to myself from time to time. As I mentioned, Jane Street has a really flat structure.
Yeah.
So there's like
You're
there's
still called trader at your
yeah.
case.
There's no kind of like a clear pathway. So I know like in investment banking, you go from like like you go to like associate VP, those kind of like titles. But I guess we are always traders. My manager is also a trader.
Yep.
So like of course we become like more senior over time. We pick up more responsibilities. And also there are like always like every year there's like new hires and like we more experienced people will try to teach like them like how trading works.
Okay.
And then like more senior people can like start to think about like even more complicated things. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I have not thought about like the overall career growth that much, but I would say like in the near future I'll probably keep working at Jane Street. And yeah, so I would say personally I think I have not yet reached a point that I've stopped learning. Like I've learned, so I don't think I have reached a point that I've already learned most of the stuff and I don't really learn. Like I basically stopped learning. I think that's not the case.
Agree, yeah, because
So
the
yeah,
market
there's
keeps
always
changing and
yeah.
stuff.
One thing is the market keeps changing. There's always like new strategies you can like continue to like develop. Yeah, but the other thing is like Jane Street is a really big firm. We have like huge amount of strategies running at the same time, and yeah, I just don't think I know how all of them works. So there's still a lot of things. Maybe like yeah, maybe I'll never learn them all, but.
Yeah, that makes sense. You can only learn so much during your lifetime, I guess.
Yeah, the thing I'm trying to bring up is like, just keep working at Jane Street is like, I think itself, like kind of like a growth.
For maybe, let's say for another 3 to 5 years or maybe 10 years if everything
certainly.
runs pretty well. So yeah, because only those who really like trading can keep on working for like a very, very long time, I guess. So I guess you really like your job if that's the case.
Yeah, trading is pretty fun. It's like, it's like playing a huge game, right? A lot of market participants, like all kind of market participants, like, express their opinion in like a single stock and then like trade it on the exchange. It's kind of like playing a game. So.
People can long, can short, or do different kinds of combined strategies. So what kind of things would you say to the students or graduates who would want to come to Jane Street or who would want to get into quant? What kind of things would you give as an advice? Yeah,
I'll say it's for those who want to like pursue a quant career. I know like quant has been like growing its popularity like pretty fast these days. I would say so yeah, just make sure you like. Just make sure you like it.
Just make sure you like it.
Yeah. So it's not an easy. To be honest, it's not an easy job. It requires like a lot of like mental power. A lot of like from time to time you have to like think really hard about stuff. You have to be sensitive to numbers. You have to be like okay at math. You need to learn programming. So yeah, I guess like enjoying trading and like make sure that you are you're having fun doing it is like one of the pretty important thing I would say. Yeah. But if you made up your mind you want to like pursue a quant career, then yeah, good job, great. So I guess like at some point you will reach the point that you want to start preparing interviews. So yeah, I guess like preparing interviews is like I guess a little different story.
How long did it take you to, at least for you to understand that you have got the hang of, trading or maybe programming in general?
You mean before or after I joined the firm?
I'm sure you did some preparation before you joined Jane Street. Right?
Yeah, definitely.
Like how long do you think that preparation time would be needed for, at least for you? How long did it take for you to prepare?
Yeah, I didn't really set a timeline of okay, I started preparing my interviews today,
roughly.
but I'll say like maybe a few months.
Maybe a couple of few months.
Yeah, to like look at like quant trading guides online, try to like go through some just popular questions, like mental exercises.
Mental exercises.
Yeah, like so like I'm sure surely if you search like quant interview like guide online, you'll see a lot of brain teasers, puzzles, and I personally found it really fun to like work through those questions And then so I did a lot of those.
I
So
see.
yeah, and they have been came in pretty handy in real interviews as well. So that's great.
Understood. I'm gonna check that out tonight. Yeah. So I guess this is the part about the things that are related to your job or about the quant careers.
Sure.
Maybe I can use a bit of time to take a look into maybe some of the more personal side of you.
Yeah, sounds good.
Like just last time when you mentioned just now, you were originally from Taiwan.
I'm from Taiwan,
You're from
indeed.
Taiwan. Yeah. So what actually attracted you to come to Hong Kong
Yes.
and join UST? That's
Yeah,
cute.
very good question. So yeah, I've been asked this question like a million times, but yeah. So I'm born in Taiwan, grew up in Taiwan, like until high school. Until I graduated like high school in Taiwan, and at that time, I think in high school I was like a more mathy and like science kind of like focused student, you know, and I also went to a kind of like I'm in a special like it's called a class of science, which like you know people are more specialized in like math, like physics, chemistry, like these kind of like more yes like sciencey
More science
like
stuff.
sciencey
Okay,
subjects.
okay.
Yeah, so like most of my classmates like goes into like science school or engineering school. But at that time I was just thinking like, you know, I just want to try something different. So I was pretty good at math, and I was thinking, okay, maybe I can study something else so that I can, you know, kind of like use my specialty in math to like, you know, gain some advantage as well. And like, I talked to my parents, discussed with like teachers, and then like ended up finding like finance is something that I'm also personally pretty interested. Like, I guess I like since I was a child, I've always been like curious about how
guy,
yeah, a little bit money driven.
Okay.
Pretty curious about you know how the stock market works, but
Interesting.
never really kind of like
Put your
like
own money into it,
officially
or
learned.
okay.
Yeah, so like I feel like finance is a pretty good like choice. Yeah. Also, my family also supported that, so yeah. So here I am. I think after making up my mind of like wanting to like go to a finance related major, because Hong Kong is a pretty obvious choice. Like if I want to study in Asia.
But you didn't choose Taiwan back in the days. You didn't choose to go to a Taiwan university.
Oh, I think Hong Kong is just like is a more like it's the financial center of Asia, right?
Yeah, true.
And also it's like not that far from Taiwan. It's culturally not that different. So yeah, I was thinking like it's totally okay to like come give it a try.
Okay, I see. So I think so. You have stayed in Hong Kong for I think 7 years or 8 years.
Yeah, I think this is almost the 8th year. I got a PR. I got
You
my PR. I got PR.
Okay,
yes.
okay, you got your PR. Okay, I see. Okay, so what are so far during this 7 years of staying in Hong Kong? What are some of your impressions about Hong Kong, good or bad? You know, just tell us about it.
Yeah, I think I do. Yeah, there's good things and bad things, but like you know, just the fact that I'm here for like 7, 8 years, I could not hate it too much.
Yeah, true.
Or else I won't be here for so many years.
True.
Right?
You have returned to Taiwan almost.
Yeah, so like you know, I think vibes is in general pretty good. Restaurants is amazing, food is amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, also I do like a lot of like you know the like hiking trails and nature part about Hong Kong. Because like they're so good and like very approachable.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Any particular like hiking trails do you recommend for the students?
Hiking trails, yeah. Like you know, I used to do a lot of hiking when I was in college, like year 3, year 4.
Okay.
You know, when you are like you know,
You still have time.
you have more time.
More time, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if you watched the movie Four Trails.
4 trails.
You know the Four Trails, there's 4 biggest trail in Hong Kong, right?
Oh, the 4 biggest trail. Oh, okay, okay. Oh,
so,
that one.
Yeah,
okay,
like yeah. So like I did the 4 trails when I was in like uni. Of course, not in one go, like the movie. But, yeah, I think yeah, I guess maybe my personal favorite would be on the Lantau Island.
Oh, the
Is it
that
Lantau Peak
one.
and Sunset Peak? Yeah, I think that is
I
really
haven't been there out of the 4
OG
trails.
the OG hike
The
in Hong
OG
Kong.
hike. Yeah.
Really
True,
good.
True. Is it hot? Is it hot?
Well, it depends on when, right? I think I think among a year, about like half of a year is good for hiking, but the other half is not that good. it'll be too hot.
Right now
already.
it's not good.
Right now,
Right now it's not good.
It's getting better from here.
True.
Yeah, in September, October, you can start.
Next time we can do a hiking, I guess.
Surely.
So other than that, so starting from this point, I think there will be a part that will get a little bit more personal because I've noticed that you might have a drastic change.
Yeah, that's right.
After like actually during the university time. Do you mind if you can share that part with us?
Yeah, I can. So I guess like one sentence in short is like I am a transgender. So I basically changed my gender like during uni. So yeah, it's a long story actually. So I've been thinking about this like for a really long time since I was a child. But like people are always like focused on just school stuff, work. So like. And also, like back in the days, the information are like less available, and the like LGBT community is not like does not have as much exposure as we see right now.
Yep.
So it's really hard to like do anything, at least for me. Yeah. So I guess I was pretty lucky. Because this is also partially related to the internship I had. So like I had a gap year, and then like I got my return offer at the end of my second year. So that basically means I have 2 more years in college. I can try to like just do whatever I want, and I don't need to worry too much about like finding a job. So yeah, also there's COVID outbreak at that time. Like people are like working remotely. I also went back to Taiwan and had 1 or 2 remote semester. I cannot remember, but yeah, at that time I started to spend a lot of time to like thinking about like gender related stuff, and yeah, I decided to just like make this change. So yeah, I was born as a male and like always been a male since I grew up, and then I even during my internship I was a boy, but yeah, so I made my transition during year 3 in uni.
Year 3 in uni.
Yeah.
Is it just a mental change, or do you have to do surgery to go through physical changes?
Yeah, so for me, I really, I didn't do like anything basically. Well, I mean, more like, so a lot of things are optional. So you can choose to, take medicine. You can choose to do surgery. Like there's a lot of things you can choose to do. Yeah, like for me, I did not take medicine. I did not take surgery as well. So yeah, it's basically
it's just a mental thing.
It's more like a mental thing, and like I try to work on like how I look like, how I sound.
Oh, okay.
So to kind of like
make it a bit more natural, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. Hey everyone, it's post-editing Tornado here. Unfortunately, due to technical issues, the final part of the video was lost, but all the important questions were asked. Once again, huge thanks to Miss Sunny Lee for being the guest of the podcast and sharing more about her job and the world of quant. In the future, we aim to interview more QFIN alumni in a similar setting. So, if you like this kind of video, feel free to drop a like and comment down below. You can also subscribe to our channel and hit the notify bell so you won't miss out when we publish our next video. See you all next time. Goodbye.